Hello everyone. Our today's topic is production possibility curve. It is also known as PPC. Okay. So this is quite important topic, and if your exam is in subjective form, then this question will definitely be there. Okay. So let's start. First of all, what is PPC? See, as from this name, we can see it is related to production of two goods. Suppose there are two goods like wheat and rice. If a producer wants to produce two goods, okay, with the given resources, means the producer has 10 lakh rupees. Okay, the producer has 10 lakh rupees, and within this 10 lakh rupees he has to produce both goods, wheat and rice as well. So out of the wheat and rice, which of the following goods he will produce in more quantity? दोनों में से किस कौन सा गुड का वो क्वांटिटी ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस करेगा, wheat or rice? This is the topic which we have to study. This is a thing which we have to study in production possibility curve. So let's see the definition here. PPC shows different combination of two goods which can be produced with the given resources. Okay, so what PPC shows? It shows the different combination. So these are the combination here, combination A, B, C, D. Okay, of two goods which can be produced with the given resources. Okay, so he has a given resources means the quantity or the number of resources which a producer has is fixed. He cannot increase the quantity of resources. Okay, this is the line. This curve is the number of, this curve shows that here the producer has this limited resources, so he has to produce the goods within this curve. He can either produce on this line, over this line, or he can produce the goods below this line or inside this curve. He cannot go outside this curve. Okay, because if he goes outside this curve, it means he is using the resources more than he has. He's using the resources more than the amount of resources he has. Okay, so he cannot go outside this curve. He has to be in this curve or on the borderline of this curve. He cannot go outside this curve. So now we have two assumptions here. Remember students, whenever we explain any law or any such kind of thing, production possibility curve or any law in future, we have to give assumptions as well. Okay, so what does assumption means? Means we have few things which we have to keep fixed. So we have to keep few things fixed. Okay, in order to explain the law of economics. So the first assumption is resources are fully and efficiently utilized. It means the resources which a producer has, well, for example, he has 10 lakh rupees, including all the machinery and all the land and everything. So he cannot underutilize it. Okay, he cannot underutilize it and he cannot overutilize it. He has to completely use these 10 lakh rupees or the resources of 10 lakh rupees. Okay, he cannot waste or he cannot overuse or he cannot underuse the resources. Now the second thing is technique of production remains constant, means he cannot change the technique of production within producing of or one good or when he is producing two different goods. For example, here the producer is producing wheat and rice, so he cannot use labor intensive technique for production of wheat, and for production of rice he cannot use capital incentive technique. Okay, for both the goods he has to use only one technique, either labor intensive or capital intensive. he cannot change the technique for producing different goods. Okay, this is our limitations here, or the assumptions, or we have to keep these things fixed. Okay, so now let us see what is actually PPC curve. See, in your exam you have to draw this diagram, you have to draw this schedule as well, and explain this diagram as well. Okay, so first we will see the schedule here. This is called production possibility curve schedule. So these are the goods. We have two goods. The producer is producing two goods, wheat and rice. Okay, and these are the combination A, B, C and D. So producer has to choose one combination out of these four. Okay, I'm repeating this. The producer has to choose one combination out of these four, and it depends on him which combination he wants to choose here. So if he wants to produce, if he chooses combination A, then what he will do, he will produce 14 units of wheat and 1 unit of rice. Okay, and similarly in B he will produce 12 units of wheat and 2 units of rice. Okay, and so on. So one thing you can notice here, that from combination A to D, the production of wheat is reducing here and the production of rice is increasing here. Okay, so one thing you have to make sure, that the producer has to make sure that he cannot increase the production of both the goods at the same time. If he wants to increase the production of wheat, or he wants to increase the production of rice, then he has to reduce the production of wheat. He cannot increase the production of both the goods at the same time. Okay, so this is the reason why this production possibility is in curved form. Okay, now you can see here, this is the excess of wheat and this is the excess of rice. Okay, so in this, first he is producing 14 units of wheat and 1 unit of rice. Then he thinks that I should increase the production of rice. So if he wants to increase the production of rice from 1 unit to 2 units, now he is willing to produce 2 units of rice. So for that production of 2 units, he has to reduce the production of wheat. Okay, he cannot produce both the goods at larger quantity. Now we will study the properties of PPC. Okay, there are two properties and these are very, very important for your exam. So first property is PPC slopes downward. Okay, it slopes downward from left to right. You can see here in this picture, it slopes downward from left to right. Okay, so now the question arises here, that why it slopes downward. So it slopes downward because in a situation of fuller and efficient utilization of given resources, as I said earlier, that we have to use our resources completely. We cannot underutilize it and we cannot overutilize it. We have to use it completely. If we have 10 lakh rupees, okay, we have resource of 10 lakh, so we have to utilize these 10 lakh completely. We cannot spend 8 lakh and save 2 lakh. Okay, we have to utilize it completely. So when we use our resources completely, the production of both the goods cannot be increased. Okay, means we are producing two goods, wheat and rice. So if we want to increase the production of rice, then we have to decrease the production of wheat. Like in this graph you can see here, earlier we were producing 1 unit of rice and 14 units of wheat. Okay, now now we thought that we should increase the demand of rice is more in market, so we should produce rice in more quantity. Okay, so if we want to produce more rice, like from 2 units, then we have to decrease the production of wheat to 12 units. Okay, like we have done this thing in the graph. Now we are producing 2 units of rice and 12 units of wheat. Earlier we were producing 14 units of wheat. Okay, now we are producing 12 units of wheat, and earlier we were producing 1 unit of rice. Now it has increased to 2 units. Okay, so if we want to produce one good in more quantity, then we have to reduce the quantity of other. Okay, so good X can be produced only when more of good X can be produced only with less of good Y. Okay, so if we want to produce more rice, then we have to decrease the production of wheat. Okay, this is the reason that PPC slopes downward. Okay, you can see here we are increasing the production of rice, and slowly we are decreasing the production of wheat. So at the end we are producing 4 units of rice and 5 units of wheat. Okay, but initially we were producing 14 units of wheat and 1 unit of rice, so that's why it slopes downward. Okay, now the second property is PPC is concave. In science subject 9th and 10th class, you might have studied the concave mirror, convex mirror. So this PPC curve is concave to the origin. This is our origin, so it is concave to the origin. In further classes we will study indifference curve. So indifference curve will be convex like this. Okay, and PPC curve is concave to the origin. So why it is concave? The question arises here that why it is concave? Because for every additional unit of good X produced, more and more good Y is sacrificed. Okay, in first property we were saying that we have to reduce the quantity, means we have to sacrifice the quantity of good Y if we want to produce extra quantity of good X. Okay, we were saying just increase, we were talking about the increase and decrease, but here we were talking about the quantity. Okay, this little difference here for every additional. Okay, means earlier we were producing 1 unit of rice, and now we are producing 2 units of rice. So how many extra unit of rice we are producing? We are producing 1 extra unit. Okay, and earlier we were producing 40 units of rice, wheat, and now 12 units. So how many units we have decreased? 2 units. So we are producing 1 extra and sacrificing 2 units extra. Okay, means we are producing less, and for that we are sacrificing more. Okay, like so for every additional unit of good X, more and more good of good Y is to be sacrificed. Okay, we can see here from the words more and more, means we are giving 2 units and we are getting 1 unit. Okay, means we are sacrificing more and producing less. So we are talking about the quantity here. Okay, so that's why it is concave to the origin, because we are producing only here. You can see this gap of 1 unit. Okay, whenever we are increasing the production of rice, there is only gap of 1 unit. But here when we are reducing the production of wheat, the gap is more than 1 unit, from 14 to 12, then 12 to 9, 9 to 5. So 9 to 5, there is a gap of 4 units. Okay, so that's why we are sacrificing more, we are giving up more, but we are producing less if we compare to the sacrifice which we are giving. Okay, so this is the reason that PPC is concave. So these two properties are very important. Okay, and if the exam is subjective, then it might come in 3 to 4 marks, because you have to make the diagram as well. Okay, so that these were the properties of PPC.